In this video, I thought I would share with you guys what I do to make mountain climbing enjoyable. So we all have different goals and reasons for doing the challenges we do. I climb mountains for the joy of the view and just the satisfaction of getting up with my own legs. And so I'm not going for the fastest time. I'm not going for PBs because most of these are, first time climbs for me. So I just try to make it enjoyable, and then my reward is the satisfaction of making it up under my own steam and enjoying the views at the top. Today I'm going up the Super Beignet, which I have done before. Nathan and I also call it the banger. And going up it for the second time. I'm not as in good shape as last time, but I, based on the past couple of days, believe I'll have no problem getting up there. So that's the good news. It does take a number of things to be successful going up a climb like this. So this particular climb is over 1,800 meters altitude wise, but the amount of climbing from the base to the top is just over 1,100 meters, over 18k I believe this one is. There's a few things I do before I get started on my ride to make sure the ride's successful and enjoyable. Number one, protect my skin from the sun, so I have really high quality sunscreens. I have a color correcting one I love that I use all the way across Canada. I want to make sure I keep the wrinkles at bay. And then being hydrated, so drinking enough during the ride is important, but also being hydrated when you start. So I make sure, to get some water in me, some juice in me before I go. A good breakfast or a snack. I have a banana waiting here for me. Lip balm is important. I hate dry lips and all the wind coming on the descent and in the sun. This is my stuff from Nova Scotia that I love. And so lip balm just makes me more comfortable, so I enjoy it more. So next I'll talk to you about what I do on the ride. Okay, so we talked about the prep before the ride. One thing I forgot to mention was to make sure your bike is in good working order. I had my bike serviced before we came on the trip, so I could be sure it was in good condition.
On the ride, like any ride, it's important to stay hydrated, so drink little and often. This is especially important to remember if you're climbing a mountain in colder weather. It's easy to forget, so drink little and often, stay hydrated, like I mentioned earlier, and bring a little treat in your pocket. So a ride like this, you're not traveling long distances, or maybe you are if you're doing it as part of a bigger ride, so make sure you have some things in your pocket to keep you topped up in energy. I had jelly babies for this ride and a naked bar, and I knew I'd be getting some treats at the top. So just all the usual things on any ride you go on that you'll be working hard.
So we made it to the top of the Super Beignet, and some clouds are rolling in. There's some rumbles of thunder, so that brings me to the next thing to make your mountain climb more enjoyable. Be sure to check the forecast, know it's coming, know the difference between the temperature on the bottom and the top, because it gets cooler as you get higher altitude, and just bring what you need accordingly. So obviously today we needed sunglasses. Eye protection is good on cloudier days, and gilets and arm warmers are great for layering up as it gets colder or for your descent. I think it's warm enough today that I'm quite happy to go without the gilet, same as yesterday. It gets warmer as you go down, and it's not very cold here right now. So if the rain holds off a little longer, I can finish my tea and we can do the fun part, the descent. Oh yeah, and don't forget your camera for pictures. Very important. Nathan doesn't think so. I do. Another way to make mountain riding more enjoyable is to ride your own ride. So ride with what you're comfortable with. You don't need to be proving anything. I don't like being near the edges when there's a big drop. So, I concentrate on going straight and looking ahead and, riding at the right pace for me, and listening to your body and not overdoing it at the beginning. These climbs are really long, so don't think, especially some of the beginnings can lull you into a false sense of security, because a lot of the mountains ramp up at the end. Like this one is a good example of that. It's really hard the last 2k. So, save that little bit for, you never know when you're going to need it. There could be a kick somewhere along the way. So just pace yourself, ride your own ride, enjoy it. And on the descents, the same thing, because I'm a nervous descender, so I do what I have to do to get around those hairpin corners and go to the speed that I'm comfortable with. I'm not trying to prove anything to anyone. I'm just trying to enjoy my ride. So those are my tips for the actual ride.